If you're sitting on your ass at home thinking that there is no way I can make money, and life is so hard and I don't know what the fuck to do, become a domestic cleaner. I make millions a year.
Wow.
In my commercial cleaning business. I feel like for a hot minute, cleaners were a lot more appreciated, and then now people have forgotten again.
You really are the untalked about heroes.
You'll never get someone telling an electrician how to do something, and yet for some reason, everyone thinks they're a professional cleaner and stuff. That's why we don't do domestic cleaning. Hello, Jody. What's up?
G'day, mate.
Hey, g'day, mate. As Ariana would say, good day, mate.
Good day, darling. I am the Queen's English.
Yes. She
But
speaks.
also sound like I'm from Essex.
I cannot even do that. I'm like CQ accent, Aussie bogan.
Awesome.
Or I try and be very proper, but it doesn't
I love
work.
it. And we're here today again to talk about some amazing dirty cleaning stories. And Coraline is from the wonderful business of Innova, which has been an Australian-based cleaning commercial company for over 38 years. And we really just want to get the story out there because no one really knows the hard graft and the stories that actually come into the world of cleaning. And we just want to share with you guys.
And also, you know, for those who've known me for quite a while, outside of the commercial cleaning business, you'll know that I'm a massive advocate for women in business and for women having their own financial freedom. And so, you know, a lot of people think that cleaning toilets is a downgrading job. And if anything, like I make millions a year.
Wow.
In my commercial cleaning business.
I'm in
so
the
like,
wrong job.
Totally. Don't judge cleaners, man.
That's amazing.
And especially like, you know, you look at the market now, clearly all the aliens have taken the workers out of Australia because we cannot find any fucking employees across all the industries that I have businesses in. But specifically, domestic cleaners at the moment, we are now in May 2025, for those of you who are going to be listening to this podcast in like 5 years' time, just so we can give like reference. Domestic cleaners are getting $80 to $90 an hour now. Like, just saying, if you're sitting on your ass at home thinking that there is no way I can make money, and life is so hard and I don't know what the fuck to do, become a domestic cleaner.
That's
they get paid
amazing.
more than commercial cleaners. Yeah, for sure. Obviously, you've got to put up with a lot more different things than commercial cleaners, hence why we are commercial cleaners and we do not delve into domestic. But like for any woman out there who's like, I don't know what to do, my kids are older, I've got some time between school hours, like go and be a domestic cleaner. The demand is huge and people will pay.
That's amazing. So just touching base on that, if people are listening to this and they have children or indeed themselves who actually, you know, just sitting there, what do I do next? And connotating, cleaners don't get paid that much. How would they actually approach you and your company to become part of your amazing staff?
Yeah, so just email us, hello@innovaservicesgroup.com.au.
So that is hello@innovaservices.com.au.
Yes.
I might send my application soon, but
Well, yeah, look, I think being a cleaner has so many perks that people forget about. Yes, you have to clean people's toilets, but to be honest, the toilet system has a flush. You flush and then you bloody clean it. Like, it's not that bad.
Unless if you listened to the last episode, you actually couldn't make it and went in the car park. But anyway.
Totally. Now, that does have a few more dollars up there. But look, I genuinely think that people underestimate cleaners. You underestimate how much you can make. The freedom that you get is huge. And, you know, most of our cleaners, it's their second job.
Totally. And again, if you were to become a cleaner, predominantly if it's commercial, you're going to be doing this early in the morning or late at night.
Correct.
So you've actually got the whole day to yourself too and making good coin.
Yes. So let's get into a funny story.
Let's go, Coraline.
Yeah. As I said, you know, in earlier episodes, that some of these stories are my own, some are my team, some are my parents. I was reading through the list. We have so many, by the way, so keep tuning in. One that Dad, like, it's not like the gross poo one that we did last episode, but this one is a very interesting one. Dad went on a site, and you know, some sites are very regular, some sites it's like one-offs. And we used to have the biggest cleaning company actually in Southeast Queensland, where we partnered with builders. We don't do it anymore because builders don't pay the bills. Hint, hint. But we used to have the biggest construction cleaning company in Southeast Queensland.
Amazing.
Yeah, so we worked with all the major builders. And on one day, Dad went on a site and showed the team the scope of work and what was required to do for them. There was a large toilet block that was
We're
temporary.
going
I
back
know,
to
I
again
know,
now,
I
aren't we,
know.
off?
This is why you're here, guys.
Sake.
Anyway, temporary toilets for the tradies, right?
We need to change the. Sorry.
Oh no, they've got more.
The
Don't
poo
worry.
Diaries.
I know,
Anyway.
I know. No. I've got more different ones.
awesome.
But this one, he showed them around and he showed them the scope, and there was a large section that was portaloos. For anyone who's not in Australia, the portaloos are like, temporary toilets that you have either at music festivals or job sites.
Oh God.
Anyway, the cleaning team said to Dad, "Oh, we're just going to go and grab our lunch from the car and our water bottles because we're really hungry and thirsty." And they stood him up. They left. They were not happy with the stand. Like, they were just like, "We are not doing this cleaning." And they never came back.
They Houdini'd, or they just
They just smoke bombed him. Smoke bombed.
Had they been paid?
No, they always get paid after the job. Like, no one gets paid before the job.
Mate, you're a cleaner.
So Dad had plans for the rest of the day, and he was like, "Well, I'm fucked. I don't have enough cleaners." So he ended up cleaning 5 people's work.
First of all, is it Pascal, your dad?
Yeah.
Can I say, what an absolute frigging legend. Because if that happened to me, I would probably do one, which is an English terminology for buggering off.
Yeah.
But the fact that he stayed around, cleaned that all on his own, and is accreditation for his dedication to Innova cleaning services.
Also, customer service is like his number one. So he would never have let his client down ever.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, ever. That's like nothing crazy, but like that's a funny one where the cleaning team are like, we are not doing, and there was no like the last
100%.
episode where we talked about the big dump in the car park.
Can I just revert back to customer service again? Because for those who don't know, I'm the business weapon, and I help businesses with getting all their ducks lined up in a row. And without good operations and good customer service, no sales and marketing will work. So
Correct.
Let's talk back on good customer service.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you, and what values does your company hold around that?
It's a very good question.
I know.
So customer service is number one. Like, without our clients, we don't have a business. And because the competition is so fierce in the cleaning industry, whether it be commercial or domestic, customer service is number one for us. That means that, we are a bigger company. Like, I'd say we're a medium-sized cleaning company, but we have the family values, which means that, like, when our customers are calling us, we have our SLA, so our service level agreement. That is, you will get an answer. Even if we cannot deliver the work, our SLA is we will get back to you within 24 hours. Amazing. Our stats show that our customers get an answer back within 10 hours. So we are well within our SLA. Yeah. And that's because we give a fuck. Like, we are family owned. We still have our family values. And, my dad actually is a chef. He's a French chef. So that customer satisfaction comes back from like the hospitality industry. And my sister and I grew up in that. And so we just know, like, giving our best means that we then make our clients' life easier.
Sure.
And when you are a business, part of your brand is cleanliness. If you have an amazing brand, like let's say you're a coffee shop or you're a gym and your brand is like well known, but people then go into your gym and it's disgusting, that ruins everything that you've
100%.
worked on. So we know that even though no one really gives a fuck about cleaning, everyone gives a fuck about cleaning.
Totally.
So how do we make their job easier?
And those clients would be the first ones to shut you down, I'm assuming, if anything isn't up to scratch.
That's right. And, now with, post-COVID and stuff, people have just this level, like different level of awareness about cleaning. Yeah. I still feel like we are truly underappreciated. There was a period during COVID where people were like, cleaners are the unsung hero. And I was like, hallelujah, like about fucking time. But now it's kind of everyone's forgotten about it.
Yeah.
So, I think customer service for us is number one. And one, because we need our clients for a business. Two, without cleaning, the brand cannot be elevated.
For sure.
And we really, even if our clients don't see us that way, we see us as a part of brand elevation.
Okay.
And that's key. And we know that when we do a good job, our clients get more work, which means we stay in business.
Amazing. And sorry, you just, the C word. I love the C word. Anyway, just reverting back to that, and during COVID, what did that mean for you and your staff as a cleaning company? What measures did you have to put in place to fit in with COVID?
My God, I just remember. So firstly, everyone was like, you must be thriving. I lost 60% of my business in COVID, purely because of the industries that we were supporting. And then we had to maneuver staff. So we had industries that had shut down. I had, 80 to 100 employees on the book. So they were not contractors, they were employees. I had no work for them, but I still had to pay them. So I had to, it was a lot of work. Making sure that, we did a lot of training. We used the time to do a lot of training. We actually did, we worked with some industries to reduce their cleaning costs, even though we were hurting, so that we could continue the partnership with those clients.
Yeah.
They were also hurting. We didn't want to lose it. We thought, to gain a client, for anyone who's in business, how much it costs you to get a client.
Yeah.
And so we're better off just reducing their cost so that we retain them long term than losing them and having to do that work again.
Sure.
So not only did we have to manage that to keep the 40% of the clients we had left, then manage what we were going to do with the client, with the cleaners, to be like, okay, and then also maneuvering the fear mongering, in my opinion, that was happening. And so a lot of the cleaners were like, we are not leaving home. We are too scared.
Yeah, of course. I was going to say, was there a panic between obviously the clients and the staff? Did your staff must be like, I'm not getting out there. I'm not getting this ridiculous disease.
I think for the most part, COVID had two types of people. The people that just sat at home and were like, fuck yeah, this is the best holiday. The government's giving me money. Woo, woo. And then there was the rest of us that were like floundering, trying to keep shit together. I literally worked like probably 24 hours around the clock. I'm not exaggerating, during COVID. It was fucked. Yeah, it was really hard time. But we're on the other side now. We've learnt so much more, and we've kept the majority of those 40% of the clients. Some of those 60% have come back with us. We've also pivoted a lot around, who we support. We know this is not a business podcast, but just sharing while we're here.
And I must apologise for my laugh, ladies and gentlemen. I sound like Barbara Windsor.
Oh my God, we love it. Look, I feel like for a hot minute, cleaners were a lot more appreciated, and then now people have forgotten again, and it's like, oh fuck, whatever.
But you really are the untalked about heroes.
Yeah.
I can't imagine some of the scenarios that you've walked into, that you've had to deal with, and you guys just take it on board and get it done. And hats off to you.
Yeah, thank you. I think, the biggest thing as cleaners, and I've mentioned it before, is the lack of recognition we get for being professional cleaners. Yes, there's no trade, there's no apprenticeship, there's no bachelor to do that. There is like a certificate 3 that you can do at TAFE, but people still don't do it. And so I think the biggest thing for us is having little old Biddy tell us. So this is really funny. I have so many stories like this, but the most recent is one of my operations managers shared that the other day he was at a large residential tower, and there was old Biddy in the back spying. They love to like spy through they think we can't see them, but we can see them. And she came out with her wooden spoon.
Fuck off.
She came out with her wooden spoon and started to tell him how to clean the tracks in the lift.
Wow.
Now,
with a spoon?
With a wooden spoon and a fucking rag.
Hold on. How does
But because she's 80 years old, she thinks she knows better. And so my operations manager, bless him, is so respectful. I know, because it helps you go into the tracks better. And he's been a cleaner in the cleaning industry for like 20 plus years. He knows his shit. Like, technically, he knows everything. He's on par with my dad. And so he was like smiling, like, oh yeah, okay. Like, fuck off. I know how to clean a lift. I don't need you to tell me. And so I think that's the biggest frustration, is like, someone will tell you how to mop the floor. Yeah. Someone will tell you how to clean the lift. They'll be like, you're not using the vacuum cleaner properly. Yeah. Meanwhile, you will never get someone tell a plumber how to do something. You'll never get someone tell an electrician how to do something. And yet, for some reason, everyone thinks they're a professional cleaner.
Yeah, I completely hear you on that one. That must be tough.
It's so tough. And that's one of the main reasons we don't do domestic. Because you think about domestic, you're in people's homes. It's very emotional. Some people don't want you to use chemicals. Some people only want you to use green. Like, no judgment. You do you. But when you're there to do a job, like I have never heard, like most of my friends have domestic cleaners, and I don't really say anything because whatever, but I have never heard any of my friends be grateful for the fucking cleaner that comes every week. And I'm like,
I'm grateful.
Yay!
Sorry,
Actually, that's a good question for the audience. Like, are you guys grateful for your cleaners that come, whether it's weekly, bi-weekly, and if you're not, why not? Because all I ever hear is, I pay them $80 an hour, and it's like, it was cleaner, like they didn't do anything. That's what I hear all the time.
I've been on an absolute mission to find the best cleaners in Sydney, and it's bloody hard.
It's hard, I won't lie.
It is, but again, let me ask the audience this, because I know I do this and I know my parents do it. Do you actually tidy the place up a little before the cleaner gets there?
Because you're embarrassed.
Sorry, yeah, that's me. I'm always clean it for them because I'm embarrassed. I've got a dog. He's a bloody
Mate,
legend.
they've seen it all. Don't bother.
Oh, they
Don't
haven't
bother.
at my place,
But then
me.
I find the feedback is like, oh, if I don't clean up before they turn up, then it won't get done to my standard. And I'm like, it's called letting go. Like, you're asking for help. It's never going to be done the way you want to get it done. Like, just let go and let them do their job. Or maybe it's a self-reflection, As someone in business for many, many years, I noticed that when something isn't done by my team the way I want it done, it's actually on me. Like, I didn't explain what I needed properly. So maybe a bit of reflection for the listeners. If you're not happy with your domestic cleaner, maybe be more specific, be more specific.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Unlike anything in business, a bit of direction goes a long way.
Long way. And, I think sometimes we feel like we're babying them or we're too detailed. Like, you can never be too detailed enough, And if you're really detailed and you're not getting what you want, then change your cleaner, But yes, there is a lack of cleaners at the moment. And I think it's because, one, the pay's not great. And two, there's
Well,
a
you just
huge
said it was $80 to $90
That's
an
for
hour.
domestic cleaners.
Domestic, right.
Yeah,
okay,
commercial
okay.
cleaners are not paid. If I charge my clients $80 to $90, I would have no business. Like,
Okay, all right.
they'd tell me where to go.
So just can we reiterate, because with my business as well, the business weapon, people actually ask me, just throwing that one in, but people actually ask me, how much you an hour? Again, that's getting dirty, but no, people actually ask me, how much, an hour for your services. Sound dodgy again, but for the quality that I give to people, it's not per hour. I charge.
I hate that
by retainers, because what I can do in an hour might take someone 5 hours.
Totally.
And it's the standard of it. So, and I know you guys.
I love you brought that up, because we get asked that too. What's your hourly rate? I'm like, we don't do hourly rate.
Yep.
We will go to your premises and we will look around. We will talk about the scope, and it's about the scope.
It's all about the scope.
Because most people, like, everyone thinks everyone has the same scope. No, it's not true. Like, every office has, some people want you to do the dishes. Some people don't want you to do the dishes. Some people just want you to clean the toilets. Some people, everyone is different.
Or the car park.
Or the car park. So, yeah, just be mindful. Like, we can do pretty much anything. It's what's within your budget and what your expectations are.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. I think that's it for today.
It is.
Yeah.
Great
Thank
chat.
you for being here.
Good
I love
chat.
having a chat with you. I hope you guys are enjoying our stories.
And
Please
do
keep tuning in.
let us know how was this on this episode?
Tell me.
How much you would charge someone to actually clean up some human remains? God,
Yeah,
sound like it's a murder show.
I mean,
that's
that's
Dharma now.
Well, we are going into death cleaning, so that could be later.
Yeah. God.
Go
Anyway.
listen to the last episode and answer our question around how much would you expect to clean up some human feces in a multi-level car park?
Yeah, just as a ballpoint, mine was $3,000, nothing less. But again,
I
it
told
could
her
be
she was
different,
crazy.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for tuning in. We love you.
Thank you, guys.
Up next on Dirty Scrubbers.
Not with that on my face. Christ, seriously. Like, hey guys, hey, I really love you.
Did you buy them?
We are dirty. But anyway,
Sorry, Mum and Dad.